that up right now. There we go. Okay, I lied. I'm vibing too much, which is a sign that this might not be. Twitch might get mad at me for this one. We'll see. I don't know. Don't know how big this artist is. Okay, and the mic seems to be working. Unlike last time, where it was being a pain. Okay, so now, yeah, I'm gonna worry about spatial on like the weekend or something. And by the weekend, I mean Monday, because I think the weekend's gonna end up being busy. Which sucks, because it'd be a great time to get a bunch of stuff done. But instead, it's not gonna happen. Okay, immediately distracted. Okay, I was pulling this up. Well, okay, I could put down that I started tool animations. So I could either start working on the environment destruction or fixing the tool animations. Let's start doing the environment destruction just to make sure that that's functioning. The one thing is I don't know about crafting. Like, as in a survival game, you gather a bunch of materials, you craft it into a thing to go get more materials, but I don't really want to mess with a bunch of menus and stuff. Not for a game jam thing. So, I want to go to the prefab here. And then go here. Okay, and I slapped the colliders on these already. These need to be triggers. That's gonna cause too many issues if they're not. Okay, so then the tool is gonna tell the... Well, because I was also thinking of because the trunk is part of the tree there, so that... Oh, these also need to have some physics. Like a rigid body, that would be kind of great. To get it moving, right? Oh, and then I want to do all of this, because I don't want it to move until it's supposed to. But I want it to move when it's supposed to. It's like, why you got all that stuff? But then again, that's the problem I was having with the tools when I was doing the animations and not doing it right. Yeah, that's the problem, is that I'm vibing too much, that I'm kind of wanting to rap, which is just not gonna be good. Because I should be thinking about programming and not doing this. Okay, did I do that over here? I don't think so. Did I do that over here? Why in the heck, bro? Are you over here, though? Wait, so run that by me again? Why are you running out this rock model instead? Oh, that's because to fix the thing. Okay, so this doesn't have that either. We'll see if I want to do whatever. We'll see which one I want to do. Okay, so now, do I want to have it inside the box, or do I want to have it inside the tool? The tool is going to be a lot less stuff. So as long as these are labeled with the tag, Oh, no, this is gonna need to have a... Nah, they're gonna need to... Nah, they're gonna need to have a bunch of things. So, but then again, I could just make it one single script and have a bunch of numbers. But then again, that's not great either, because that's a bunch of... Whatever. We're doing it anyway. We're slapping it together. Because I much more care about the thing actually looking like a thing instead of functioning well. So, now we're going to slap the block on all of these and kind of give it some kind of health, and then say if it's the thing. Yeah, we're just going to give it health. And then it's probably an on trigger enter, because then it's going to... Well, this is... Okay, we're gonna just do a very simple, if the health is less than that, then it's gonna disappear, like, if it's less than or equal to 0, which it shouldn't be less, but who's gonna, but you never know, because then again, bro, if I actually update the tool to be a little stronger, then it's gonna be a different number, so that's definitely important to do it that way. Okay, so if it's got no health, and then here, it's really gonna need to check that it's a tool. And then which tool? Well, I guess it could just... should work with the trigger, right? Because the trigger has a rigid body, right? Or do they? I don't think they do. Actually, that's something I should do. Let's go over here and make it clear that it's a rigid body. And then don't do any of that. Wait, no. Wait, no, that's... Or get rid of the gravity, maybe. Although, seeing how I was having a problem with the animations fucking up things, that's just what a thing's gonna do here too. But it's something that I don't really want to do right now, so I'm not gonna mess with it right now. Okay. So, now we're gonna say, this don't really have a tool though, like, where the heck was the, oh, this was the saying what kind of tool it was though. Which I could also do that. Let's just do one thing at a time. And that thing that I was gonna do was, so I could either tag it specifically as an axe or I mean, I could tag it as a tool. Well, let's just start adding tags. How about a tool instead of a tool? Okay, so then I could do if the collision.gameObject.tag what, can you do the get component and parent maybe? Ah, you can. Then get the to an array. Tool is public in the player controller. Now that's what I really want to use. That's really what I want to abuse, is my ability to rap. And it's going to sound like crap. And it's going to be a trap, because then I get into that same rhyme. Every time. And then I lose track of what I was doing. Tool. I just want to switch the tool, if this is a thing. Well, no, if it's a tool, then it should be able to get that in there, so then I could just switch this. And then based on the block type. So let's make a new block type, and then we're gonna have it be a lot of different things, I guess. No, yeah, block type, yeah, because I don't really want to just call it type. That's a little too generic for Unity. Because then it's gonna be like, maybe we're already using a type somewhere. That's just an enum. This is what I put, you goof. So, wood, rock, dirt, leaves. I think that's the blocks that I made, which I'm gonna have to go back and add a little bit more to, just because it's... Oh, actually, I could get rid of this. Yeah. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Get rid of the plasticine. Okay, so wood, rock, leaf. That's not a block. That's probably gonna be a block in the future. That's not a block neither. Okay. Wait. Is the player? Wait, is the wait. Is the player? What the heck is? Where is it? I don't know. Material, bro. Here, no. So. Yeah, don't really know though. Okay, so though, I had a little bit too much fun messing with that, but so now we're gonna switch the tool type. In this case of, whoa, what the heck? That's not what I wanted. Whoa, what the heck? That's not what I want. Whoa, how did you jump to that? Whoa. Nah, give me that in alphabetical order, because it's going to give it to me alphabetical in many different places. How long are these? These seem long. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I could be wrong. Like, just give me the artist again. Like, when I click on the button, then pull up the thing that I want. Yeah, okay, so these are 4 minutes. Not like extra long, but it's definitely long for just like a regular song. Do you not say what your selected tool is? No. Let's just do getters and setters right here. Tool, actually. Like, tool, actually. I don't even know if doing all these getters and setters is good, but that's what I started doing, so that's what we're gonna start doing. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I kind of think I failed that, but I don't know, because they didn't really say, bro. But then again, I also took a month to do that, you know? And I don't think that should have taken that long, but that was also because I was sick, and I said, I ain't gonna do this shit, but... It's just because somebody pressured me to do the... like, to just finish the thing. Let's get selected. Get selected tool, you goof. Why the heck is tool so hard, but tool so easy? So cheesy. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit of a thing, but I don't know if that's what I want to bring to the Because now it's gonna be... Okay, wait. Wood. The axe goes with the wood. The shovel goes with the dirt. The pickaxe goes with the rock. That's, yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is gonna be if it gets hit with an axe, and then it's also that block type, but I don't have that block type. Yeah, I could call it type, but I want to call it this just to make sure that it's proper. But now this is another switch. Based on the block type. Based on the block type. I don't really know what the best way to do this is, bro. So, who knows? But I'm gonna have to figure it out if I want to figure it out. That didn't really make sense, but okay. Or do I? This is really just if the block type is... Other way around, actually. Other way around, actually. Other way around, actually. Yeah, because it's not really doing anything different for any of the other different things. So that's what I'm gonna sing. That's what I'm gonna bring to doing this. Damn it, why in the heck? Dude, it always have to be Friday that I feel good, that I feel like I want to do all these things. And that's always the time that there ain't nobody around. I feel like a fucking clown. Gonna turn my nose brown just to get a little bit of attention. Rock. That was bad. I'm gonna be sad that I can't even come up with a way to do this. Hey, now. I don't even have dirt blocks though. It's something I gotta work on. It's also adding dirt blocks to the world. Oh, actually, let's see. Maybe I should kind of make the whole world like the same as the grass. Kind of like that desert brown, but that's not gonna cut it. Okay, so this was the block. This was the block. Okay, ain't no blocks have any health, but ain't no blocks have any code. Feeling like so I'm gonna go over here, slap it in here. Can I slap it in? So I gotta slap it down here, I guess. Where I gotta slap it to get it in there. Yeah. Well, at least it's something. So probably should have the health actually work though, bro. So it can actually be seen, because it's not gonna be clean. It's gonna be kind of mean to make it so that all the blocks have 0 health. No, not pubic. There we go. So it's gonna be 0 and it's gonna be instantly destroyed. At least that's what I want. At least for now, just to see if and how it's actually gonna do the thing. Okay. Let's see, but I think you need to be right next to the collider because that's... Yeah, and I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know about the stream and if it's gonna yell at me after the fact. Yeah, and this is another one of those ones where I'm adding a bunch of stuff all at once and not hitting play a bunch of times in between, which probably not a bad idea. Okay, you're at 0-0. You're at 0-0, except for that, because I was offsetting that. You're not at 0-0-0. Why did you do this, my guy? Just be at the origin, because it's just easiest. Okay. You're also not at 0-0. That's because I probably had it offset when I made it, and then I didn't update it. I don't know that Vaporwave is really... Well, it's definitely not like a hip-hop rap track, so I don't know why it just makes me kind of want to vibe, and by vibe, I mean try to say words on time. Even if that ain't gonna happen very often. Okay. Yay, no blocks. No. I don't feel like that's what it was doing yesterday. Great. That's fantastic. Phantasmagorical. Utterly wonderful. Okay. So now you. I'm gonna do like 3. I mean, sure, it's a pickaxe, but we'll just do 1. And 1. So now the world should be back to functioning a little bit. Oh shit, there it is. Okay. So now let's test if I do this. And do a nice spin. If I go over here, then I ain't gonna win. Does it need to be an actual collider? Okay, let's maybe not do a spin. Okay, so let's not do a spin. So does it need to be an actual collider? Because I got all the rigid bodies and everything. But it's because I made it a trigger. It's gonna need to be a trigger though, because it's gonna bounce off, bro. Unless it's gonna actually just go with animation, which is the problem that I was having around the... So if I just do that... That's hilarious. That's most definitely. That's certainly not what I wanted. And now, the animator decided not to override the... You suck it. Okay. On-cancellation enter if it's tagged with tool. Tagged with tool. Then again, let's go back to this. Are you tagged with tool? Nah, bruh. Are you tagged with tool? Nah, bruh. Are you tagged with tool? Nah, bruh. That would help. Okay, so where is the Because I kind of want to set these all back to trigger. Go figure. But I gotta switch these back and forth. There we go. And now, is there destruction? Or is there just confusion? Why did I set it to a number? Because I could have just had it been like... So does that mean it's not entering the thing? Or does that mean it's not doing the... I don't really know what that means. Okay, because now it's tagged tool. Okay, let's get rid of the on trigger enter again. That thing that I just did, let's just undo it again. And then get confused when it works. Or maybe it don't. Maybe it don't matter. I've really got to fix the... Ooh. And that flew away. Why you do this? Okay, let's see if I can just fake it. We're just smashing this together as fast as possible. So now, do not fly away. And just be beholden to the animation completely. Let's see if it's gonna do this, maybe. Also, how in the heck was it hitting the leaf? Hey, hey, hey. Hell yeah. Okay, so that's trees hacked down. And then if I go try to smack this rock, shouldn't do... Why did you do something? Exweeps me. An axe is not a... Oh, the blocks are not actually got a block type. Dadgummit. Okay, you should be visible to me. Don't do that. Okay, that's all I really needed you to do. So now I can get access to a drop down, right? There we go. That's gonna be wood. That's like it should. And then I go over here and make it clear that this is a rock. I really want to rhyme it with cock, but that's not a great idea. Okay, and then dirt. And then rhyme it with squirt. Why does it always have to go back to innuendo? In your end, though. Okay. So now I go hack down a tree and see, maybe that's good, and then see if this does this, and this, and this, and that, and that, and that. Okay, so now we do that instead, and there, and there. Hell yeah. Clunky AF, but who cares? And then I don't have dirt blocks. Okay, but now the fun thing being spread the wind. Nope. Axe. And then spin the wind. I need to. Yes. I think the axe is getting a little jankified there. So now if I do that, yes, it's getting jankified. So it's kind of working. Meow. Yeah, so that's definitely not what I want for that, but... Okay, and then I need to add some dirt blocks. Some dirt blocks, so that I could test that. This is coming together better than I would have thought. Meaning it's probably gonna get into a point where it's not. It's randomly spawning trees and rocks around. Let's just do hills. We're just gonna manually make a hill, just like I did with the trees. And then give me a dirt block. Yeah, okay, and it's 0, 0, 0. Give me a dirt block. Well, no, it's the same thing I did with the tree. So that I just had here, 0.8, yeah. Not a great idea, but at least it's something. It doesn't really matter. Definitely feel like I'm getting fatter. Probably because I'm eating way too much chocolate, but that's because somebody left me a bunch of chocolate. I ain't even that much of a chocolate guy, but when it's sitting around, I'm gonna eat it. Okay, I was thinking of making it a little thicker, but that's fine. That works as a hill. We gotta. Oh wait. Works as a hill. Wait. Works as a hill. Oh wait. 0.8. Don't hate. Just congratulate. Twitter pate. Masturbate. That's definitely where that was ending up. There ain't no hills. Gotta be a flippin' pill. There ain't no dirt, and that shouldn't be dirt. It should be hill anyway. So, game object, hill. None trees, none hills. Yeah, there's gonna need to be a bunch of redoing of this, probably. But that's okay. As long as it's already getting the idea across pretty well, pretty quick, so. Oh, this is gonna definitely screw up all the trees. Rut row. Oh, damn it, bro. Who know what to do though? Oh, again, I made it symmetrical, so you're not even gonna notice that everything's rotating. Which I totally forgot that was even happening. There ain't no hills. So make them rare. Well, I don't want them too rare, so we'll just do as rare as the rocks. Let's make the rocks a little less rare. Oh, the trees are a lot of blocks, because that's 1, 2, 3. Boo. 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 What you gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna put that there, and then I'm gonna figure out where I want all these things to go. Although... What? Why are you complaining? Who said this is gotta be like that? Who's... What? Who? How? What? Who? Huh? What? Okay, so don't do that again. Why? What? 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 That ain't even attached. What? What? Oh, the rigid body on the parent is working with this. This shouldn't even be there. Okay. Yeah, I don't need a collider for that plane. It's just... This actually seems like it's still running okay. Which is wild. Okay. So now we switch it to... Hey! And then we do... Meow! It's... Meow! Meow! Okay, I need to unjankify those animations. For sure. Meow! Probably need to add some audio in here at some point too. And the leaves need to disappear when the trunk of the tree is axed as well. Oh wait, I had an idea for the camera too. Okay, so this is gonna actually come through pretty fast. So what I was thinking was, I was gonna have... What was I gonna do? I was gonna have it... I don't remember how I was gonna have it. Because right now the camera is just following based on the player position. But I need it to orbit. Oh, that's just another Twitter bot. Yeah, that's that. That's like, okay. Oh, based on the camera. It's how it's gonna move, but then... That's not what I want, though. Definitely not for this, though. I want them to be completely separate. So, where in the heck is the... Okay, how about just orbit camera? Or, well, camera, orbit. Because I know I could just attach it to a transform there. Yeah, and at this point I don't care if it looks through objects and stuff, that's fine. Well, it's just because I have this, where I can make this look at wherever the thing is looking at, so I feel like I could have it move and rotate and stuff, I don't know. I didn't separate this. This is an entire mess, but it's small enough that I feel like it's fixable too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a float, and that should be a serial as. And I don't need the rest of this stuff. No, it's the position. We're just gonna snag this. I don't feel like thinking about it, so... Now we're gonna have two different things. Probably not great. Focus centering, then I need the, not the focus point, what's the other thing is the rotation speed. kind of whatever I can find. I don't really see where it used rotation speed. ¿Dónde está? Yes, rotation speed. I'm just kind of dumb. Wait, was I even using controller dead zone anymore? I don't think I was, bro, because I was stealing the code from this other place. Oh wait, this is on the left joystick. No. Okay, those aren't set up, so... Oh, mouse X, mouse Y? This mouse movement. Which I guess maybe? I could throw it in here and try it. This is definitely the controller first. There wasn't any updates on this page, was there? 130. It's like, oh man, it keeps going up and up. Okay, nobody else on the community stuff. Yeah, it's that spatial stuff that I'm also scared, like, I gotta implement that, but... So... is it gonna work, you jerk? Okay, so let's... okay, so let's... yeah, so I already have stuff. Horizontal, vertical. Submit, I want. Cancel, I want. Okay, let's get rid of these, like, fires and stuff. So this will be... horizontal camera. Joystick axis, and... fudge face. Did I keep the Unity? No. It's an entirely new input system that I have not messed with. It's like there's a lot of this stuff that's like I should learn the new stuff. There's so much new stuff though that's like, eh. Okay, here. 4th and 5th. Oh. Vertical axis is 4th. And that's the 5th. Well, that's one of those things if like somebody asks you to go do a thing. And then you actually go. Okay, wait, wasn't I just messing with this? Joystick axis. No, okay, horizontal camera, joystick axis, not x-axis. This is horizontal axis, so it's at the third and fourth, or fourth and fifth, or wait, where the heck is the third axis then? Vertical axis fourth, horizontal axis fifth. So I want the horizontal camera there, and then okay, so that can bugger off. That can bugger off. Oh wait, these are. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go, because those are axes, not that. Yeah, because it's a joystick, so. Oh, this is key or mouse X. Get motion from all. Okay, sure, then key or mouse. So then key or mouse. Okay, so let's see if I could take it back to that. Does that let me move the camera around? It's not locked in, right? Yeah, it's just a position. I would say it's just not getting the axes, but this is getting the axes just fine. And it's on a late update. Oh, rotation speed. Oh, rotation speed. Oh, rotation speed. That it should be at a 90 though. Oh. This should be happening all the dumb dad blasted time, but we'll see if it's doing it. Yeah, because if I can get this working, and if I can get the animations working better, then I'm almost at the just polished stage in terms of the gameplay. Yeah, I've already got environment interaction. So it's the spatial interaction. Well, here, this is the, like, craftings slash upgrade. And that is kind of a question. Do I want to try tackling that? And the answer is like, nah. So nah, you're not even trying to rotate the camera, brah. Why in the heck are you not even... Okay, so that's only if it's over the dead zone. Which apparently it never gets over the dead zone. Horizontal camera. Set up just kind of like this. Okay, well then just do the joystick. Yeah, this is one of those, like, it doesn't have to have a controller, but I'm making it for a controller. This is very controller centric. There we go. That's at least saying rotate the camera. Even if it's not actually doing so. So now you can actually try rotating it. So if the input is, in fact, enough. Oh, it's the orbit angles. I'm not attaching it to anything. Herp the derp. I didn't even read the code. I just kind of grabbed it out of here like a chode. Okay, that's manual rotation. Input, and then orbit angles, and then orbit angles are where? Hmm? 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 What the heck are the orbit angles? Also, does it have just the whole code at the end? I've definitely used a few cat-like coding tutorials. This is one of those ones that like I should support on Patreon. Oh. Uh-huh. And this look rotation is orbit angles. Uh-huh. 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 Okay, I'm not really gonna worry about that. If I'm gonna steal all the code later, I could do that, but I ain't gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna do this right now. Okay, wait. How? Let's update the focus point and then do all of this, meaning I should probably do all of this after I do all of this. There we go. So now the look rotation is getting set to those orbit angles. Look direction I ain't even messing with. It's just gonna mess with the... It's because I wanted it... It's like, ah, shoot. This is basically, I should just pull the whole code off of there. It's like, I just want a weekend to work on this. Go ram it. Well, that's neat. That's certainly not what I want. Why is it's on the left and right here? Wow, that is not what I wanted at all. Holy heckums. Okay, let's just figure it out myself. That sounds scary. That sounds difficult. Because like I said, I could just attach it to a point on the character. And then just have the camera look away from that. I don't want to follow that whole tutorial right now. Okay, maybe we'll just... Speaking of not wanting to follow a whole tutorial right now, the next thing would be mess with spatial. Yeah, this is not functioning at all whatsoever, but I want to make sure I leave enough time for spatial. Yeah, I should probably start writing down the bugs. That's the thing, it's like the... Yeah, I think it's slower to hack away at the tree like that instead of do the full spin, which is not what I wanted. Okay, I definitely need an animation for charging up the thing too. Whee! So derpy, but it's... The idea of the thing is getting there. Okay. Okay, let's just start writing down tasks. I don't have a Trello board, but... Okay, I need to... fix... tool rotations. I need to have a start... charging... animation. I need to... add the camera rotation. I need to add... Well, let's see, at some point I should probably add audio, and then block particle effects, which I could pull from another project. Some of that I can just pull from somewhere else. Is there any other obvious bugs? Oh, the redo the animations so that the character faces the correct direction. So I don't really want to mess with that, but the movement seems to be okay. Jumping. Oh. Probably need to add a grounded check. Grounded check for jumping. So let's do that. Shouldn't be too bad, right? Again, it's stuff that I could pull off other projects that I don't have open, that I don't really want to pull open right now, so... Was there anything else that I wanted to... So there's that. There's... I keep trying to use the other tools and other buttons. Which, I'm gonna just do that for now. I'm gonna do that just because I keep trying to use it like that, and up until I need to change it. Oh, but that's... it's fine. It's fine like it is. I don't need to mess with that. I'm sleepy. It's only 7 o'clock. Okay. Well, it's because I'm getting the idea across, and this is prototypes, so... It's fun to play and looks great. I think I have an okay on the fun to play and does not look good ever. I don't make it good looking games. They're weird and funky and jank. And then the 90-second pitch is later once I... Okay, so take me back to my days. Okay, let's slap this and this into here. That'll just be easier too. Why are you bold? I guess this is the timetable. And then this is the... Okay, both of these I did. I have tools, I have environmental interaction. And crafting and upgrades is probably gonna need to be a thing at some point. Okay, that's the timetable, meaning I could just get rid of this. Because I have that. And then here is the bugs. There. Then it keeps everything in one spot. Okay. I should fix the animations. It's just tedious. Okay. Why so sleepy? Okay, so let me drag the tools up under there. And then the animation here. It's like goof. Okay, so running, it's here. Is, yeah, player rotation, which this, I can't switch it out. It's like I want to switch out the, so if I say template character, transform, rotation, and then I try to copy and paste this, I don't think that works. You're gonna be a jerk. You're gonna be dumb, right? Yeah, you're just gonna copy it there instead of copying it onto here. Oh, wait, there you go. Okay. And then we're gonna just remove it. Did that do what I want? Be crazy if it did. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, oh hell yeah. Oh, okay. It labels it as its... Oops. Wait. How did I... I can rename it? Or... Is this the folder? So can I say... Template... Garrett? I can never spell... Well... There's a good chance that I will misspell character. Oh. Hey, did that work? Also, hello. I am good. I'm better than I would have thought. I'm sleepy for some reason. Which I guess I've been going to bed a little late and getting up a little early. But I'm having a lot of fun with this, and this is looking better faster than I thought it would. which is surprising. Aha, so if I just click on this a billion times over, there we go. So then, template character. Although when I signed up for this jam, there was 8 people, and now there's 130. So I'm like, getting a little less excited about this, but I wasn't expecting it to stay at 8 people when it's got high-profile people like Ice-T and Cliffy B and a couple of YouTubers. Okay, can I? Thank you. Why do you? No. Oh, I guess if you're new here, I stream on Mondays and Fridays, 6 to 8 Eastern, typically. Well, I say 6 to 8. It's probably more like 6 to 9. But I stream game development and indie games I stream game development and pixel art on Mondays and indie games on Fridays, typically. Except today is a special case where there's a game jam that's going to be 2 weeks, so I'm trying to do this instead. Yay, it fixed. Okay, and then I have to fix all of these before I can actually test it. But good to know, I can also just mash the button. Is it triple click? What do you want out of me here? Oh, just not player rotation. There we go. And then, since I can't copy paste it, it is fun to have somebody in chat, so I actually like wake up a little bit. Although, I don't know why I'm so, well, I guess jet lag from the past week. It's been a week. I should have recovered at least a little bit, but okay, this is the template character rotation. And then I copy you to here. Hell yeah. And then that. I'm tired all the time too. I think that's most people. I seem to hear that a lot. It's that most people are just tired all the time. I know work is stressful for the developers that are working on this project because it's getting to the point of gotta turn in the project. But luckily I just started like a month ago and I'm on testing, so not too bad. Yeah, the tiredness, definitely. I think it's also just the like I have so much fun doing game development, and that the older I get, the less I care about the job that I know is. Because that's what I was talking to my dad the other day, and I'm like, you know, I think I've about 50% of the work I've ever done has ever been used by anyone. And I don't even know if the stuff that I've actually shipped has been useful to anybody either. But it's like a 50% hit rate is just not great. And then I talked to my dad, who's been in tech for like 30 years, and same story. Has about a 50% hit rate as to do people actually use the code. Do anybody actually, like, is the thing that was made, is it used and, like, it's just crazy to me that template character, please. Thank you. Yeah, the older I get, the more I just embrace the fact that I'm not a good employee. I know what I want to be doing with my life and my time. I have no clue how to make money. Well, that's not true. If I got more into adult material, I could make money. But I don't know, it's just getting on that content treadmill. It's just not appealing to me. I like making a variety of projects. And being stuck with just make this one type of thing forever is But I guess it's finding the niche and sticking with the niche. Well, and the project I was working on before this little game jam, I think was actually not too bad in terms of like actually gaining. Actually, the past few projects, the past like year's worth of projects, I've actually had people interested in like, hey, this is really cool. Do you want to do more of it? And then naturally, I go and do yet another game jam. But it's been like a month. I haven't done any kind of development or anything. Why? Okay, I can't multitask, and yet here I am trying to stream. But that's because I like streaming. Okay, not character rotation, not template rotation. What am I doing? Template character. That's the words I'm looking for. Holy balls. Okay, let's finish typing this out, and then I can go back to whatever I was going on about. There we go. Template character. How long have I been doing indie game development? It was, what, 2 years ago that I said 10 years ago? I've got a YouTube video that is a decade of indie game development that I should probably update with some more up-to-date stuff. But oh, it's just the tool, and the character's not rotating. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no. I don't want to rotate the player at all, ever. Ah, shoot. Okay, I didn't copy that over. But, been about 10 years of indie games. I should... like, it's one of those, like, oh, talk about the things you made. Oh, well, here's a long list of things I made. Yeah, I'm a little bummed, because I did 10 years of Global Game Jam. But this past January, I was just a bit too... I had kidney stone issues. I was just a bit too stressed. And my car broke down. I just didn't have time to do the Global Game Jam, so... Which, I didn't feel too bad either, because there was... Yeah, the year before that, I really phoned it in, too. So it's like, it's kind of... I want to go back to it. I love the Global Game Jam, but... Yes, I got all those Game Jam games. I've done some other smaller projects and stuff. And then these are this one I just sort of was like, oh, if I'm trying to do a fighting game and a character creation thing, those things are kind of at odds. So that one kind of got shelved. If I go back to it, I want to make it like rounds, basically. Where you just level up your character in between fights. And then this was a big like card/chess game that I was working on last year that I still want to work on, but it's a bit intimidating. And then the thing I started was a make your own skill tree that I was having a lot of fun with. And then I just had a month-long break doing house sitting for my parents, so... Yeah, so this is the next thing I want to go back to after this game jam, but I figured a game jam would be a nice way to get back into doing game development. I mean, I look at it and I'm like, I want to work on it. It's like, nah. do this silly game jam, and then you can go back to doing that kind of stuff. Okay, that's the tools rotation. That's the shovel. You are supposed to be... Oh, and that's not to mention my board games. I've done a couple... Well, again, nothing that's been, like... That was my goal last year, was to actually get a game onto Steam or Google Play. And it rolled over into this year. Where's my... There we go. But, yeah, I've got a few different tabletop games and stuff, too. And that's one of the tabletop games. I made a digital version and everything. Which I'm hoping to go to Unpub this weekend and do some board game stuff. But after getting back from a month of vacation, still have a lot of life stuff to catch up on. Starting the learning journey with Unity on Wednesday. That's fun. I would be so scared to be starting development now just because of all that AI stuff. Why does it let me type the name oh, no, it's player rotation is not the thing. So I need to add the... But it's a long road. It was only 2020 that I actually switched from web development to doing Unity development. And even Unity development is still not where I want to be at. I would rather be doing game development, but it's all like you gotta start somewhere. It's just frustrating that I hit 30, I got old, and I got just frustrated. It's like, I hit that like arbitrary, like, I should be, you know, it just felt like I should be, oh, you're in the ground, aren't you? You should be up a little bit. I have to change the position of it too, then. But yeah, I hit 30 and I just got frustrated, and it's like there's no time limit. Well, and then having a health thing, I'm like, well, maybe there is. I might just die at any time. But there's no goal. There's no life goal as long as you're doing something fun and you're spending time with the people around you. That's the goal. Okay, you should be up some. And by up some, I mean like 0.8 probably. But yeah, good luck on on getting into game development nowadays. Especially with all those articles of like the that COVID bubble has burst. Some of it is just the like tech cycle. The tech like lay people off in waves. Like overhire and then lay everybody off. It's just kind of that cycle has which I think is dumb and bad, especially because there's a company like Nintendo that actually just keeps people on, and that works out. It's like you don't have to overhire and then lay everybody off. Yeah, that's why I've stuck with indie game stuff too, instead of really pushing for like an industry job, is because I hear all about crunch, and even just I was just going to a talk yesterday, and they were like, you know, the person had 4 kids and was doing a bunch of like art tests, and they're like, yeah, I get 2 hours of sleep a night. It's just like, it does not, like, I love game development, but I don't want to, I want to have a life in between the game development, so, wait, you should have just done the shovel, right? Shovel. Oh, have I fixed all the, I didn't fix all the animations, did I? Okay, yeah, okay. Seems like I fixed the rotations, kind of. I mean, this is all jank AF, but that's gotta start somewhere. Okay, here. Yes! Okay, that's what I was hoping for. I gotta add the extra. I don't care if it's jank. It gets the idea across. That's always my... I think the problem is people are much more interested in a polished product than they are about getting the idea across. And it takes me so long to get to the point of like, oh, this prototype gets the idea across, that I don't have gas in the tank to actually polish something. Well, and even, like I said, it's only been within this last year that I've felt like people have actually been interested in the things I've made. Which is a bummer, because I'm like, I think I've made a lot of interesting projects and stuff. I'm like, it's Line Rider in VR. But I think people just are not as interested in VR. think I would prefer to be an indie developer nowadays. I heard a lot of horror stories about AAA game development. That's kind of where I'm at too. It's this frustrating thing of like I want to be doing game development, and I know getting into AAA game development would be lucrative, but also stressful as hell. When it's like 60 to 80 hour weeks, it's just like I can't even focus on a 40-hour week. But some of it might be I just don't care about the product. And that might change if I were actually like in a game studio making a game I cared about. But hey, thank you for the follow. Like I said, it's Mondays and Fridays typically. Kind of want to get into more streaming, and with the jam, I will be streaming more. That's what tends to happen. So now that I fixed that, was it fixed? Was all the animations fixed? Okay, back to you. Oh, and I guess if you want more of me than just Twitch, I've also got a whole bunch of links to all the social media. I still have an X. I still have a Twitter account that I post to. And that's, well, all of my social medias, I just post game updates. I don't actually use the social media correctly. I just use it as journaling, basically. The animation... Were all of these fixed? Yeah, okay. The shovel swing I didn't finish. And that's why the shovel was not working. Because I got distracted. There we go. Okay. So then, template character. Yeah, that's on the list of things, is like fixing up my VTuber, because my VTuber is so old, and I made it in 3 days and I've used it for 3 years, I think, at this point. So, oh, both of these are, yeah, okay, I can just update it with. It's only 7:30. Why so sleepy? I was gonna say, it's the same thing. It should let me update it. I really don't know what I'm tapping into when I do that. I don't know if it's like a triple tap or what to get to that, but okay. Now let's see if the shovel works. Yeah, it's the thing is, I think to make this feel really good, it's gonna need a lot of polish, and that's not my strong suit. Okay, that's the axe. There's the shovel. Okay, so shovel. Yeah, there's a lot of. These should be spawning on a grid, I thought, but they are very clearly not. They don't necessarily need to, but. It's kind of what I wanted. Okay, so that was the shovel. And the... Okay, let's just test all of them. So the axe... Why are you... That's some kind of slope issue, it looks like. Okay, so pickaxe, and then I do... Pickaxe spin. That was actually working better when it was physics-based. So the spin, I think I need to... Well, it's kind of because I want it to spin around the center of the character, not the feet, but that's okay. Okay, and then the axe. So that's the axe, and then the axe spin. Why is the axe changing its position? Because it's not running into anything. Seems a little odd. Okay. And then the shovel. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of feel. Okay, can I just change the... There's a way to do that. I don't entirely remember. Brand new to programming and C#. It's pretty overwhelming at times, but starting to understand a bit. It's, I think, gonna kind of always be overwhelming because it's always changing. Especially like something like Unity, they're always adding updates and all that. But that's also the fun of programming. I know that's like what my dad has said, is that he likes a new challenge and learning a new thing. Although he's also definitely been put on old old code and having to maintain old code too, so. Okay, I was fixing something. I don't remember what it was. Let's see. So I can go back to... Yeah, now I kind of want to bust out a Trello board, but I'm like, nah, this is a small project. I don't really need to... Okay, so that's redoing the animations. And that's pulling a thing off of an old project. That's pulling stuff off of an old project. Fix tool rotations. Okay, so let's see if I can just... Well, that's some of my friends have started to get into trying to do programming, like doing classes in school and stuff. And I always ask them, like, oh, so what do you want to do with a programming degree? And it was like, well, kind of whatever. And it's like, well, it sucks because now that I've bounced around a bunch of jobs, it's like it's a bunch of boring web development stuff or military stuff, kinda. Those are the easier ones to get. Wow, and a lot of the bouncing around that I did earlier was just a whole bunch of bad luck. But the bouncing around I've done recently, well, yeah, the switch from the past job to this job was because of, they just didn't have anything for me to do, but they were keeping me around, and I just got kind of sick of it, and it's like, well, if I'm not doing anything, I want to do it for myself. And then I got a kidney stone, and it's like, oh, I need money to pay for things, so... It's such a bummer that it was so short-lived. I'm like, I barely got 2 months into trying to do my own thing, and was like, well, I should probably have income that's not just hopes and dreams. Oh, this is freezing the position and the rotation. That's what I was checking, is that all of these are... should not be going anywhere, doing anything, in terms of when they hit something. Yeah, goof. But the issue was if I make them a trigger, which is kind of what I wanted to do, because I'm like, they don't need to be running into stuff. They just need to be triggering stuff. But if I made them triggers, it just wasn't triggering the on collision enter. And I can't make these triggers because I need the character to be able to jump up and down on the blocks. Yeah, I'm definitely being 10 years removed from school, and with all of the changes in the job market and programming and stuff, is not as good as a good of a mentor for, like, here's some good things to pick up. Yeah, it's really just the whole AI thing has me, you know, both scared and excited, because if AI can get rid of a bunch of crap jobs, that'd be fantastic. If nobody had to work because the AI does everything. Oh, it's because it switched these all to triggers. Which, yeah, it does fix the problem of Or it doesn't. Huh? What? So, is it the rotation of this, or is it the rotation of this? Oh, this does, I don't have a way of constraining that, though. So that did not fix the issue. I mean, it kind of fixes the issue, but it kind of doesn't. The animator seems to kind of just plow through everything anyway, so... But the animator should be animating the tools, meaning this is... But it has this, so it shouldn't be doing a bunch of weird, funky spins and stuff. Okay, we're gonna just not worry about it. that can be jank for now. I feel like I need to have some kind of end goal or something, but... Hello, hello! I'm too sleepy for a full, like, hell yeah! But, hello, hello. Well, I think I don't tend to get too excited unless I'm angry, but I'm not too bad. I'm finally done with being places and doing things. And I can finally get back into a routine, which is nice. I'm finally done house sitting for my parents and taking care of the dog, and I'm actually back in the comfort of my own apartment. Okay. And I'm doing a game jam, which I haven't done in a while, which is a lot of fun to get back into doing game jam stuff. Okay. So tool rotations is broken and jank, so we're just gonna leave that as broken and jank, and on to things. So I need a start on the charge animation because it gets to be a little too confusing otherwise. So X start, and you need to just so proud, thank you. So far, so how far is the survival game? 3 days. It has been 3 days, or well, 3 evenings even, so that's... An evening is 2-3 hours of work, pretty much, so probably like 6 hours at work or so. But so far I've got an axe spin, and now they actually like run into the trees and stuff. So you can actually hack down trees by doing that. There's the basic axe attack, which there's so much jank, but that's why I have a couple days for polish and stuff. Hopefully, we'll see. Okay, and then switching to the shovel. There's the shovel, and then the... It's so dumb. I love it. I love making really dumb things. It's probably that ethos of, like, it's really hard to make something good, so we're gonna do dumb stuff like this instead. Well, it's because I like ideas too much, that like once I have the idea to the point of like, yeah, you can kind of see what the idea is to do a little more 3D platformer and character action game stuff. That the way he bends over, that was one of the things, is I wanted to try to fix where it's actually spinning from. He is the pickaxe. The idea is really supposed to be that you're it's a jump and then slam, so you do like a spin and then slam, but right now it's just spinning in place. Yeah, because I wanted to change it so that it's a survival game where you actually have to focus on what you're gathering, instead of simply like a la Minecraft, where it's like no matter what the object is, you walk up to it and you click. You just hold the button, and then you will either punch the tree or break the rock or whatnot. But here I wanted it to be so that you, like, you know, you're trying to place yourself where you can cut through multiple trees at once, or break a rock from the top, which that I need to make it so you're actually hitting it from the top, but I was working on an animation. Yeah, I think unfortunately the idea is probably going to be drowned out by what is it, 130 other projects? Well, it's also because I'm a solo dev, and I'm like, these are teams of people, most likely. So. But it's a little interesting, because this is a prototype thing. This is not expected to be, like, a full... I don't know. It's also 11 days, so you can get a lot done in 11 days. Unfortunately, I think my weekend's gonna be eaten by chores, like getting my car fixed for the umpteenth time and stuff. So, the animation that I was working on was... So I can get an actual start to the charge animation, that'll help. Okay, axe start, I want to just steal the axe swing start. Pretty much. Yeah, this. It should just go from... yeah, it should go from there to that. That is the start. So, can I can. So you should be active. And then axe swing. We steal this. And so I lied. We're going to put you right there and put that there. And then switch the placement of these. And then switch that there. And then C. I could probably do a couple more frames. So there. So that's the charge animation. Or the start of the charge animation. Wasn't early today because I was playing Hitman. That's fun. Is that Hitman game a live service at this point? I know they added some DLC stuff. I know they were working on a Hitman game for a while. And I think they worked on a few Hitman games. I don't know. It's always been a series that has interested me, but not enough to try it, just because stealth I don't get interested in, because it's a lot of waiting for the right moment to strike, and I get bored. I don't want to just wait for the the guards to get into the right position. There's probably a lot of, like, you know, distracting the guard to get them into the right position, but I think one of the Dishonored's, maybe both, and I've tried to get into Dishonored a couple of times, and I was trying to do stealth a couple of times, but then I goofed up the stealth and somebody got mad at me and I just never went back. But it's on my short list of games I would really love to play. Especially what I've seen about, like, some of the levels in Dishonored 2 and stuff. It's just like, oh man, this looks so cool. I would love to get into it. But there's too many other cool things out there. Yeah, I've been doing some more 3D platformers recently. But many DLCs and time-limited modes. And a whole new mode, too. Wow. It sounds like a live service. But I guess... It's really hard to tell with this software as a service, if it's a, you know, number grind kind of software as a service, or if it's a you know, actual, like, we made some good software for people and then are continuing to support it. Okay. Yeah, I saw Minecraft has a new weapon that actually sounded kind of interesting, where I was complaining about Minecraft being all just like, they do the same thing, you do the same punch, and that's it. But this mace they were talking about, where you can actually use it to... Or the way its damage is calculated is based on how far you fall, and that you can use it to save yourself from dying. Sounded really cool. But then, as somebody pointed out on Twitter, that it was also a you need obscure materials to craft it, which I'm like, yeah, no, it sounds like you should just a big hammer should not be that hard to make, but yeah, Minecraft weapon is a slam weapon. Well, and I haven't done any. Boy, it was over 10 years ago that I did my main amount of Minecraft. There's been a couple of times that my friends have tried to start up a Minecraft server, and it's play for like a week or play for a couple of days and then disappear again. Okay, so that's the start animation, and then the shovel. Cool idea, but dumb because you can one-hit a warden and not die from 1,000 blocks just by hitting someone. Well, as I was just showing with this game, I enjoy a cool idea that's also very dumb. That tends to be my gameplay style is something like Marvel Snap, where I go whole hog on one dumb idea or one card, like more for something that's completely random. Yeah, I really like trying to play a copy deck too. Where it's like you just copy all the cards from the other person and try to play their deck, which never works out. It's so much better to have a combo of your own than trying to use their combo, but I tried for a long time to make some kind of copy priest in Hearthstone. But they have a lot of cards like Loki and Marvel Snap that are like, oh yeah, you can copy a lot of their stuff. So I'm like, that's too tempting. I keep going to the spins. I just need the swings. Yeah, there we go. So the end points. And then the... It's so weird how I feel good for a while and then suddenly I feel very sleepy. It just sort of hits me where I'm like, I'm tired. And then you go there. Wait, what was I doing again? Can you... Or not. Okay, wait, that goes there? Both of these are active, right? Or no? There we go. Oh, cool idea, but they made it OP. Well, I guess it's supposed to be made out of, like, rare materials or something, right? So... It's supposed to be a little OP. That doesn't appear to be doing anything. I missed, Okay, shovel swing. You're supposed to be... Okay, what part did I pick up? Okay, it's supposed to go from... This looks like it's close. Why do you... Gosh dang it, Unity, why do you have to do the click-through on that? I'm hitting that point where I'm too tired to actually do anything. Okay, that appears to be the start that I picked up, and then this. Wait, are this the same? Oh, I didn't have a pull back on the shovel, did I? Well then sure, this will be the start. What time is it for me? It is almost 8 o'clock. 7:54. Which is also because of daylight savings time, which is, I think, a really stupid, archaic thing that, like, why in the heck should people move around the clock? Because I've never heard a good excuse for why they did it. I was like, I thought it was something related to farming and stuff, but... yeah, PM, not AM. I know I do tend to attract the across the pond crowd that's awake at like 3 in the morning, which is always wild to me. I'm like, I'm awake at 3 to go pee and then go back to bed. That's about it. Okay, and I don't need to mess that. I had the player up here because of testing physics. But I don't need to keep it like that. Okay. So now the oh, what country? Because time zone. I'm one of them dumb Americans. America. I'm not gonna say America, fuck yeah, because America's in a kind of iffy spot right now. Politically and stuff. Especially going into an election season between a Democrat and a dictator. Basically. Okay, so these, how did I want to do this? I want to do here. It should play the start animation when you press down a button. Let's use tool, spin tool. Change tool. Here, okay. Yeah, this. When you use tool, spin tool here is we'll just do start tool. This seems to be what I'm doing. From Scotland. I don't know hardly anything about Scotland. There is no start tool. Probably a little sad because I did a lot of traveling as a kid and I don't really know too much about too many other countries. But I've been watching real life lore, picking up a little bit more history. Probably more than I ever got from any history classes in school. I remember the history classes in school were mostly just, let's read this Dave Barry book. That is about it. That's, yeah, I'm gonna learn a lot from that. That's 3 different people in chat. That's insane. That's, because I think that's, I don't remember if I got the thing. No, I think the one thing that I need to get affiliate on Twitch is that I need average viewers needs to be 3. My average viewer is 1. But I think I got all of the other achievements that are necessary for it. And I think I've actually gotten close to getting the achievements for partner if I had any viewers on a regular basis. But I don't really tend to stream for other people. It's mostly just, as I do with social media, it's just supposed to be a archive. Just for me to know what I've been doing with my life. Yeah, now that I figured out how to actually properly export streams and stuff too, I'm like, oh, I can just pull the VODs off of. Finally managed to slip in here because I stream at 1 a.m. Like I said, I tend to attract the across the pond, middle of the night crowd for some reason. Speedrun 100% Twitch. Well, that's what frustrates me too, is when I read like, oh yeah, I started 4 months ago and I have 100 followers. It's like, I've been at this 3 years and it's taken me that long to get followers. Although I can't be too bad because I'm like, I've had a few different people come and go and it's always, you know, difficult because that's what I'm doing. Okay. Well, and I know, I think it's if I focused my content on something, I could probably help myself, but I like variety. That's the thing I want to focus on is variety. The axis start. That's really all I need to do. Is just switch out all these. First popped up with the GMTK game jams, yeah. Which must have been a good day of growth. I don't know if it was a good day of growth, but it was a good day of viewers. It's like that's definitely a good way to get people to watch a thing, is if they're personally invested in. Hey, I made this game and you played it, so. But that's a one-time thing. That's not a consistent thing. But it is kind of fun to have like the. I had the guy who made 2D and Top D watch my stream, and actually got to watch me play the end of it too, which was fun. Yeah, it's a classic. Yo, play my game. It's cool, please. Which I'm definitely not opposed to, but there's just so many games that come out, and I also want to make my own stuff. But like I said, that's my typical thing, is make games on Mondays and play games on Fridays. And ideally, make games during the week too, but that doesn't tend to get streamed all the time. Because some of it is also just boring, like, I don't know if I want to stream me reading the documentation for the spatial stuff, which is probably what I'm going to be doing next week. Or maybe this weekend, hopefully, we'll see. I added a start animation that's... You sucketh. It always defaults to looping the animation, which I don't know how many times... I don't know. Like... I don't know what would be the better for the default. Is like, do you typically have a looping idle animation, or do you typically have a... like, a one-shot animation? I don't know. What you doing now? Wow, it's amazing. I am... So the... there is a game jam that is the Wolves Den game jam. That's another... They've done this a couple times, where they've tried to do a Shark Tank kind of thing. So, in this case, the three sharks are Ice-T, Cliffy B, and a couple of YouTubers. But the theme of this is a survival revival. So it's mash survival with some other game. And the idea that I'm working on is mashing it with like a 3D platformer and or character action game. And trying to make the actual like gathering of objects feel distinctly different, instead of a la Minecraft, where you just press button and punch thing. No matter what it is, you'll get it. Winning innovative gameplay, dethroning Starfield. I don't think it's too hard to dethrone Starfield. Starfield's not innovative, that's for sure. It's a lot of a Bethesda, No Man's Sky kind of thing. Hey, there we go. Okay. That's a lot easier to say. That you're starting the... Okay, and then let's double check that it's doing it for this. It's so derp. This is so jank. I don't know. I love derpy, janky stuff like that. Which sucks, is because I don't think a lot of people really appreciate derp. Smash face into ground. That's why is it flashing? It's so stupid. No. It's actually feeling okay though, surprisingly, for 3 days of work. And I know 3D platformers here take a lot of work to get right. Are a little touchy. But... Game of the year. Inching closer to number 1. This is peak, even. Well, it's only, what, a week? Like... I'm definitely keeping some of the dumb spirit, like... I mean, look at the character. The character is, cute and sort of round and also pretty derp. Derp is definitely the keyword I aim for when I make games. So... making a good progress and passing Fortnite. Fortnite is also a different thing. Like, they started with a survival game and went in a different direction with it. So... is no longer a survival game. So, in terms of the start animation, that helps a lot. Okay, and I don't need to... Well, I want to add camera rotation, but I don't need to worry about it. This I can pull from different projects. Let's fix the jumping. That's a good idea. Number 594 in the GMT game 2023. My shitty game that I now play and ask myself, what was I thinking? I definitely have a few games that are pretty jank. Oh yeah, if we're talking last year's Game Jam for GMTK, that one did not go as well. I focused on the visuals and then the gameplay suffered. It was pretty sad. I liked the visuals, but yeah, I was like, oh, a tower defense on a single lane, that shouldn't be too hard to make, and I just got too focused on other stuff. From survival game to battle action shooter to third person game. Well, and it's kind of like, it's inspiring, there we go. It's inspiring that you can start with some kind of weird jank game and become the #1 game ever. But I think they also have like a billion people working on the game to make it that way, but got the ick to play some Risk of Rain 2. I was thinking Red Dead Redemption, but that's not a D. That's an O, not a D, so some Risk of Rain. I think I have like almost an hour in both games. I think I've started both of them, but I like roguelikes, but it's another one of those, it just takes a while to get into a roguelike. I don't know, it just takes me a while to get into a lot of different games, so I don't... It's because I like to try to finish a game, too, and I'm like, I could probably get a lot more if I just kind of gave up and said, I'm gonna get the basic gist of this game and then dip. Well, I think that's what Sakurai does. Man, I haven't watched that YouTube channel in forever. Yeah, okay, let's fix the jumping. Oh, it's because it's because I'm running and jumping at the same time. It's like the running should not be interrupting the jumping. Which I know there's a way to stop it from doing that. Okay, let's do a grounded variable here. I haven't played it in like half an an addict will always be an addict. I've definitely done that with Marvel Snap, but bought Dead Space, but don't have time to play it. Yeah, I've never gotten into horror games. Never been my thing. Well, I think it also gets into story games, which, like, if I want a story, I will watch a movie or read a book or read a comic or something. Or watch a YouTube video of somebody playing a story game. But the actual interactivity, I like systems in a game instead of a story. The jump, I was fixing the jump. There's too much conversation. I'm having too much fun interacting with people. Although I did get a good... last month, I actually got to hang out with a lot of friends I hadn't seen in forever, which was really nice. Resi 4 from 2005. A lot of people love that game, and I have not tried it either. But I know that one has, like, kind of dumb stuff in it, too, which that interests me. I like dumb, for sure. Big dumb games. Though I think something like the biggest and dumbest, like Duke Nukem, I have not tried. I need a check for the jump, so I just need to do a... Okay, let's just load up an old project at this point. I need not you, this one. I'm not gonna load up all of them. Oh, did I put that down as a thing there? Survival horror is just chef's kiss. You can't have any fun if I don't allow it. Yeah, I haven't gotten into survival horror either. The one story I loved the best was my friend doing Amnesia, doing the DLC where it's like you restart the whole thing if you die, and he was messing with a button and the thing was coming up behind him and he was like, he's just a bitch, he's just a bitch, and then died. Yeah, I think horror tends to get into the like stealth gameplay, where you're waiting for the creature to be in the right spot. And I'm like, I don't want to just wait and watch animations, typically. This popped up pretty quick. So you. The way you need to conserve bullets and manage stuff with horror elements is a perfect formula. I know that's what the Chris Zolkowski, who does the How to Market a Game, he said a few times, like, make a horror game. They still sell pretty dang well. Which I've definitely fallen into that indie game trap of like, I can't just make a game in a genre, I have to innovate it. Which is where I ended up with my multiplayer horror, everybody stuck in a maze game. Which the multiplayer never worked. I got it working between my computer and my laptop, but it never actually worked between two computers, which I'm a little bummed about. Yeah, because this was like a maze battle royale game that I had this idea long before battle royales were even a thing, but I was only able to make it a couple years ago, and even then, it doesn't even function properly. But I just love the trailer that I made. The trailer that I made is so dumb. Crazy Unity Lite user? No, this is crazy old Unity. This is 2019. Like, this is dark Unity. This is just a super old project. Bye. Have fun sleeping. Try to get better sleep. I know that means you're probably gonna miss the streams, but I think it's better to be healthy than I don't know. It depends. Sometimes I do trash my sleep just to hang out with friends. True fans send feet pics. I don't think I have any feet pics anywhere. I'm not opposed to sending them because I don't really care. But I'm terrible at making money. I'm not interested in making money. So free feet pics. If you really want. True fans send money on Cash App. Although, if you want to send me money, you can donate money on Itch when you download a game, and I have my my Patreon around somewhere that I actually do keep updated. I don't know if I have the benefits, because when I was doing this other old project here, I was actually like, oh yeah, you can contribute to the character generator and stuff, but that kind of fell off. But yeah, that was one lesson that it took me a little while to learn, is that actually having a way to let people send you money was a good idea, because even if I wasn't asking for money, there was the occasional donation, which is crazy to me. Show Twitter DMs. I don't think I have any. Like, I have a Twitter, but I don't have hardly any DMs. Most of my DMs are people from the stream that are like, hey, I can make assets for you. And I'm like, well, I will. I look like an NFT project? Or do you mean my character generator looks like an NFT project? Because that thought did cross my mind, but when I looked into NFTs a little more, and I was like, oh, you destroy the planet just so that somebody can have the idea of a JPEG? I think I did put a no NFT on here at some point. Yeah, this is the like, oh, I'll add a bunch of animations to this, and I never did. One day. This is definitely one of those one-day projects. I will come back to it. But had to cash out when you could. Well, that was the issue, was the when I looked into NFTs and looked at the gas fees for actually getting a project onto like OpenSea, it was like a ridiculous amount of money. So like you had to have a lot of money to put the thing in there to get a lot of money. And then, like I said, I looked into it and it was just like, oh, I don't want to scam people and destroy the planet in the same time. Not my thing. Won't be rich and famous. Well, won't be rich and famous off of NFTs. But I still have an opportunity to get rich and famous off my games. I kind of doubt it. My simple chibi pixel style characters are a very common thing. But, and with the advent of AI and the ability for people to crank out any art style, it's going to be less and less likely to and even I don't think you tend to get rich and famous even if you have a good game and a good game idea. You have a game that people like. Like, I don't think anybody knows who Local Funk is that made Balatro, but Balatro has made a lot of money, so can't type I'm tired. That's because everybody needs to sleep. It's like you don't need to show up in the middle of the night for a Twitch stream. Oh, I'm thinking of that. What are you doing? So beautiful. Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. What are you doing on computer? It's so beautiful. Yeah. Trying to make a game for 5 years and never succeeding? Well, are you trying to release a game? Or, like, if you've been working on a game, then you've been making a game for 5 years, and that's a success. Like, it's definitely stepping stones. Like, I think every game I've made, not every game has been better and better, but making more games has made me better at making games. I think. I don't know. Sometimes it takes me a while to do stuff, but it's people are saying too sleepy. And now I'm like, I'm also too sleepy to think straight. Okay, I wanted to just steal code from my old self. I didn't want to actually do work. So that's the climbing thing. But using Unreal Engine for like 5 years. 3 years is like me walking in the dark. Yeah, I regret not getting into Unreal earlier. Because there's a lot of industry jobs that use Unreal that I'm like, I probably could have learned a little more about it. I know there's obviously still time to do so, but especially because I think Unreal has support for voxels and stuff, and I'm like, here I am doing voxel art. It'd be nice to, yeah, because this character even has like innards. Okay, Okay, there is a is grounded check in here that I'm like, that's all I wanted to do was steal that code out of here. Yeah, here, this check sphere is grounded. And probably an update. Yeah. Now I see how brain dead I was with my game designs. I mean, you gotta start somewhere. Like, you can't be... I mean, if you're talking brain dead as in, like, way too many ideas, I'm like... I don't know, I've gotten more and more positive as I've gotten older. Simply because I see things in less black and white, where it's like, you know, everything I make is not bad. There's something useful in everything you make. Although I'm like, do you have links to stuff? Because I'm like, I love following other people's stuff. I'm like, can I didn't really mean to pull that up. And then how do I get it to go away? There's an X in the corner. I don't. Yeah, actually grateful for the criticism from the GMTK 2023. Yeah, I was a little like, there was definitely a lot of comments on my GMTK that were basically like, yeah, game's bad, and I'm like, yeah, game's not done, which, you know, isn't the most productive conversation. It's frustrating for somebody to point out and be like, this camera is jank as hell, and I'm like, yeah, it's because it doesn't function. I didn't finish it. It's like, there's nothing to do in the game, and I'm like, yeah, I wanted to make more stuff, but... Yeah, there we go. Another great idea, poorly executed. That is most of my games. The portfolio is so shit. If you look at it, you wouldn't be impressed. But you swear you're above average. Like the number 3 guy gave some feedback. Oh, that's cool. I've never felt like I've been above average, but that's probably because I'm short. Go for a short joke there. No, I think a lot of people make really cool stuff and do really cool things to the point of like... I tend not to focus on averages as much either. I'm like, there's just a uniqueness to everything that focusing it all purely on a number of above average or below average is reductive. Have an absolutely enormous ego. I've never had that. I've never been confident in anything I do, hardly. Okay, these numbers. I'm too distracted to do anything. Okay, these do not need to be public. So this needs to be... That's the thing, it's like, do I feel like my code is getting better? I don't know. Okay, a float. Well, I think I do have to do this. But... Constantly compare yourself to people and trash talk them, so... Keep distracting me so you win the gym. That's fine. Out of 130 people, it's like, yeah, you roll a dice. I doubt I'm gonna roll 130. Or other way around. I doubt I will roll a 1. That's the goal here, is to make a 3D platformer. I love 3D platformers, and I've never made a 3D platformer, so that was my goal, was to make a 3D platformer. And I think it's also... I like to think that it's important that I'm getting my ideas out into the world for somebody to look at and say, hey, that's neat, and then, you know, never think about it again. But... a hired bot by competitors. I doubt anybody cares that much. And that's always the thing to keep in mind, is that you're the person who's going to care the most about the thing that you're making. Nobody else is going to give that much of a shit. But that might also be coming from, like, my mother has never cared about any of the games I've made. I was surprised when my aunt was like, oh, hey, this is cool stuff. And I'm like, oh, wow, you actually think it's cool? My dad thinks that game development stuff is cool, but he also doesn't, he's also not on, like, any social medias or anything, so it's not like he can spread the word much either. You can just sort of give feedback of, like, yeah, cool game, and that's about it. Okay, so did this even check this? Oh, did I just pull over that is grounded check and then call it? Too nice of a person. I am. And that is in a very literal sense of, like, I'm too nice of a person. I do not have a competitive bone in my body. I can play a competitive game like an Overwatch or a Valorant, but that's to learn about the game, not to win. I do not give a shit about winning. And then I get completely scared when somebody on the team is just like, stop playing the game! You're a complete idiot! Which, it was the stop playing a game is what hurt me more. I'm like, I'm trying to learn. I can't learn unless I fuck up, and I'm sorry you're getting dragged down with me. He has he has no idea what I do, but he got me into Blender when he was young. Overwatch and Valorant. My friends tend to like competitive games, so I that's why I play them, is to play them with friends a little bit. And that's why I have too many hours in PUBG, is because I was playing it with friends during that time of life. Because it's always surprising to me how many hours I have in PUBG. Because that's one of those games that it's a lot of just running around, then you die, and then repeat. And it's not like a little bit of running around, it's a lot of running around too. But I guess that's the, what is it, the gratification juxtaposition. So that you, the more boring it is, the more exciting it is when you win. Fucking hell, man. Okay, I was distracted, very much so. And also asleep. And it's also Friday. I'm like, I just want to play a game. I don't want to make a game. Fridays might play indie games, not make them. But this is also doing a game jam, so... I did not copy over that code. Okay, that's why that's looking like that. So you... this was also on the update. Has to be... Oh, okay. I did copy that over, I just... Okay, so it's just... Okay, now I just need to do, when you jump, it checks if it's... Here. So, jump. Jump. Player, controller, jump. Jump. There we go. Okay, and I was thinking about adding coyote time stuff, but no, I didn't hit build. That's not the button I hit. Screw you. No, stop. Stop. I was in the middle of typing. I wasn't trying to hit build. Okay, is grounded. Okay, no more flying like jetpack. It's 1:30. I'm on rest. Makes sense. Although I know there's a lot of my friends who were up until like, I think they're typically up until like 3 a.m. their time, which is this layer mask, ground mask. Yeah, I've always been a morning person. Never been able to do super late. Actually tired of rest means play 2 until 4 in the morning. I'm very fortunate that I'm able to sleep. I know a lot of people have a lot of problems with sleeping, and I'm just very glad that... So this is an object? What was I doing here? This is, again, one of those things I just stole off of somebody else. Ground mask, ground. Oh, I just added a layer called ground. And this is on the ground thing. I love how the gnome character is sad half of the time. And it's because I'm wearing a hat, and I think it messes with the eyebrows. Plus, this is a jank VTuber thing that I threw together in 3 days, but... I sleep as soon as I close my eyes, but don't feel like it. Oh, when you're not sleepy and close your eyes? Yeah, like I said, genetically, I've been very fortunate. I mean, it's probably like to be 30-something and then have my first major issue of kidney stones. And even kidney stones are just sort of a wait for the pain to go away. At least now that I've gone through a kidney stone, it's a little less scary. But it is, you know, probably going to be more painful at some point, which I'm not looking forward to. Okay. So I need to assign this to... Just do everything. Let's see if that helps. I don't... gotta remember what I was doing. I did the variable ground check of player controller is assigned. I don't know what you're talking about, you dumb. I literally just assigned it to everything. Was everything not enough? Ground mask. Ground check. Transform ground check. Okay, I lied. That's not the thing that I wanted. Prefabs, you just put yourself in there. I think I have a sphere or something that's like, oh. Again, it's one of those things that I should probably read and actually learn the code before I try to just slap it in there, but yeah, it didn't help. Okay, so what are you doing? Why is it this other thing? Seems odd, but okay. And then 0.4, so let's actually slap a number on it too. Okay, so let's just do that. Same dumb dad blasted mother flipping thing. Ground check. Right at the bottom of the feet. And then put that here. And then you should be everything. Oh, and it's already 0.4, so that is right. Let's see, do I have any other personal news, or is there any news I want to talk about? Oh, jumpies. No, you should not be doing that, you goof. It's only if it is grounded, meaning it's grounded at all times. Check sphere around this position, this radius, right? Okay, so not everything. Nothing. Let's see if that does anything. Don't collide with anything. You're never grounded. You're always in the air. So you can never jump. Aha! Okay, good. So now you should be the ground layer then, I guess. Why is there a... Okay. Ground. And then for maximum confusion, it does not actually change it. Ground. And now... Here. Ground. So then I have properly stolen all the code from my past self. Without actually remembering what in the heck I was doing. Hey! Hell yeah. And now you won't be able to jump off of this, though. That's why I didn't want to do that. Because that only works in that specific scenario. Okay, you know what? Just do on collision enter is grounded. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that could be under this. Well, I passed the getter setters. You have to code jumping in Unity? You gotta code a lot of things. We're doing physics and stuff. I don't know, are you talking like Game Maker or something that doesn't actually have you code jumping? There's not a basic like jump button in. Press space, jump, release, space, stop jumping. For what engine? I know, because Unity does like vector3.lookAt and stuff, which is a very useful thing that just rotates something in the direction of something else. But again, have a whole properties tab for movement options. Like I said, in what engine? Like, Unity has added a ton of junk to it. Like, they used to have example characters for, like, here's a third-person character, here's a first-person character. But I don't know where this went, but... So you don't have to do stuff like acceleration, deceleration, jump height, mass, hair control. Oh, Unreal Engine, okay. Well, there is some of that stuff. Like, if I do a character controller... that has some of that. But the character controller, that because I was trying to use it earlier, and it was... Yeah, because this has stuff like the slope limit and stuff. And like step limit. But this one was using... I basically had to do my own physics system to do that, and I was like, I don't want to... Because I'm doing specifically a 3D platformer, I wanted to be a little more... particular with it. And by that, I wanted to fix the whatchamacallit by doing the... Oh, this was the on collision enter. Is grounded. And then when you jump, it is no longer grounded. Because this does not appear to be doing, well, it's sort of doing what I want, but then I have to change the layering on every single object, and I kind of don't want to. Well, it wouldn't really be that hard to change the blocks out. Have a whole bunch of ticks for ladders and crouching and swimming and anything useful. Well, that's if you want to use the default, like, stock stuff, too. Hey, there we go. I want it to fall so much faster. Hey, there we go. I kind of got it to, But when I tried to up the weight of the character to make him, like, super fat, it just didn't seem to do what I wanted. Okay, so let's do... It's 100 times as much, but... Go crazy. You're actually gonna finally go. Well, that's good. Go get some sleep. It's good. It's a healthy thing to do. Just saying. I'm pretty picky about making sure I get enough sleep. But that's because I feel pretty awful, and I don't get hardly anything done if I'm sleepy, so... What was I doing? Oh, basically the character is no longer grounded ever. That's what you're telling me. Well, no, it should be on collision enter. It should be setting it to true. It collided with the blocks at the beginning. Okay, let's not do on collision enter. Just do on collision. I'm realizing probably not super useful to have it only be stay. There we go. Why'd you guess is spinning? I just did is grounded. Wonder why it would guess something else. Okay. So I'm getting closer on this one. That's a major... Why are you being such a... I was gonna curse and then was like, no, I don't want to curse. Why are you being such a bastard? That's still cursing. So definitely less harsh, but it's definitely less harsh than my go-to of bitch bastard. On collision stay is grounded is true. This has a collider, right? No, you don't, do you? You do. It's right there. And it has a rigid body. So it should be... is grounded is true. Why are you being a pain? Okay, I think I'm gonna get jumping working and then call it a night because I need to be and it's getting close to my bedtime anyway. Okay, jump. That's not what I wanted. Is grounded. Is grounded. Yeah, seeing how I'm typing dumb stuff like that, that is clearly a sign. I need my sleepy time. I need my beauty rest. So that I can continue to look average. Or maybe below average. So what's it gonna say? He's grounded is true. This why are you like this? Is grounded is true. Why are you not moving? Huh? Why are you being such a bitch bastard? I was trying to avoid it, and I'm too tired to try to avoid it. What did I mess with that is causing this? I was messing with the different layers and things. Okay, let's get rid of the dumb debt. Okay, that's why I had the player in a different position. I'm realizing why I had the player a little back. So that rock hill there causes less issues. Okay, now why you no run around? Why you gotta have a new issue every time I try to do anything? Why you not moving? Huh? Okay, it seems to be... So this does not seem to be the problem anymore. Meaning I don't even need this update anymore. I will keep it around. Huh? Why are you having issues? I don't get it. What? What did I change? That is... Okay, I'm not using the ground mask thing anymore. What even is this? The ground check is... yeah, there. What is this? That seems to be nothing. What is going on? Okay, I just need to pee and go to bed. At this point, very clearly, just... No, I wanted to do a video of, hey, look at all the things I added. But I can't do that if the character doesn't move around. Why are you not moving? Is this another dumb dad blasted mother flipping animator issue? Why did you decide to stop moving? What the heckums? You're really thinking about it. No. It's so dumb. I love it. Okay, why are you not moving? Hello? I didn't change any of those numbers. Why are you stuck in place now? What? What in the world do you think you're even doing, Fallout? And I can see the code that I messed with. And none of it is related to the movement stuff. What? I didn't... What? Huh? What? Huh? Okay. You... Defaults. That's not it. That's what I was using for checking whether it was jumping or not, and I'm not using that code. Yeah, that's not a thing. But you can't spam it. That's fine, actually. What? Why? Why did you stop? Why'd you get locked in place? What? What caused this? How? Okay, I'm not using that ground mask layer thing at all. Jumping only... What? I don't want to restart it. Okay, I'm gonna pee and come back and hopefully that'll fix. Okay, so did stepping away fix it? It shouldn't have fixed it, but I have no clue what broke it to begin with, so... Why? You pain in the butt? That's rotation. That's position. Is trying to move. Huh? Move. Let's cap the acceleration. I didn't mess with the movement. I was messing with jumping. And whether it was grounded or not, but that only messes with jumping. I mean, I could back up the code a little bit, but that's no longer tagged with anything. You're not locked in place. Okay, so if I move it in the scene view, yeah, no problems. If I move it in the game view, it just decided that it doesn't want to do that anymore. What do you mean, you dumb? What do you think you're even... Huh? I didn't mess with move speeds. I literally did not mess with that stuff. How in the heck would that be having issues? Oh, there's a good, like, time to go to bed, sleepy on. I keep thinking I gotta go places and do things, which I do, but I can't. My car is still goofed. The heck is your issue, you dumb? You're clearly doing all this stuff, meaning you should be setting it to the values that are already there. And I didn't mess with any of this other stuff, as evidenced by this. So there's no reason it should be stuck in place. Like, what the hell? I don't want to mess with the numbers. The numbers are good. I don't need to mess with them. I mean, they're not good, but they were working. They were functioning up until he just decided to not. Yeah, you're locked in place. That's not a... What is causing this to be locked in place? What? What is going on? What did I change? What did I do? You're fat. You're very fat. I forgot I did that. Yes. Aha. You are extremely fat. I meant that for just the jumping, not for the movement. Aha, there we go. Okay, that was what the issue was. Is that I forgot that I changed a number earlier. Oh, that doesn't actually... Yeah, okay, you gotta give it a second to actually hit the rock. Why is it breaking some of them early? It's because it's exiting? No. Yeah, okay, I need to have that actually... Let's have the... Okay, so if I... So maybe I do want to do that. So if I make this super fat and then do... Might not need to be that, but that's okay. Yeah, okay, that's way too much. Okay, yeah, do a 0 here, a 0 here, and a 0 here. Let's see if that... Because I want it to fall a lot faster. That's really what I want out of a super fat. Wow, you just straight up clipped through that rock. Okay. So I make you super fat. I like the low numbers though. I always like low numbers. No, you don't fall fast. Okay, so I can keep the low numbers because that does not work. So I guess I could add force towards the ground. Because I want the gravity to be stronger. Okay, if I go to just Unity, increase gravity, is that somewhere? Unity, increase gravity. So I guess there is a physics. Aha, physics. Gravity. Aha. So if I kind of want to triple it, honestly. I did a negative. Oh. 29.43. Okay, so hopefully this should not affect the ability for the character to, well, I guess it would because the gravity's a lot more. Aha, you are falling a lot faster. So now I gotta increase all the numbers. That's okay. But also not by multitudes of, like, way too much. I guess I could triple it then. That's sort of what I did with the... So I want to try to triple it in my head. Not really. Okay, let's just put that to 1. I don't need that. So that should have doubled it, basically, on the jump. Okay, I don't feel like figuring out the math right now. 225. Let's see what that does. That's way too much. I need to increase it just a little bit, not triple it. So 25. And then that could be like 90, because that's just capping that. Why can't you jump hardly at all when you're... Weird. I think that's a problem for future Ryan, though. And that's also a problem for future Ryan. Actually, I kind of want all of these. That one I kind of want to be canceled. But, like this is also one of those, like, I don't think I want that to be canceled by a jump. How do you cancel it? I think would be use the tool again. Yeah, use tool is spinning is false, and then jump is spinning being false. We're gonna just get rid of that. Just to add some more movement options. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I should go to bed. I'm tired, and this is actually looking pretty... I wouldn't say good, but this is functioning better than it was. Why is the running? Okay, nope, we're not gonna mess with that. That's, I lied. You're gonna stay there. I want the running animation to come back. Okay, good. The running animation should still be around. Why can't you do a run and jump? Huh. No. Oh, it's because of this one. Oh, that's what it was. I was gonna have a... See if that actually... if I can drag that forward. Oops. Yeah, because this only does the spin tool when you let go of the button. So this is actually a... It is spinning. And the selected tool is... Good guess, but no. Shovel. Okay, if it's spinning and the selected tool is the shovel, then much like I was doing here. Ooh, maybe not along the forward, maybe along the up. No, it is along the forward. The actual player character. So let's see what that does. Okay, shovel. No. Interesting. That's not really what I wanted. I guess along the up then? Oops. This should make it jump though. Okay, I should just go to bed. Oh, I need to do a video. Oops. I said specifically if it's the shovel. Not anybody else. Oh, that's a little too fast. Why did he, what, huh? Okay, shovel. Yeah, so it was along the forward. I wanted it to be along exactly how it's moving in the main thing. But this was just derping it out into the ground. Oh. Now that I've properly... Yeah, this thing should only ever be rotating along the Y. Everything else... Let's see if that helps. Shovel, please. And then there. It works, kind of. It's very slow. Yes. This is the exact kind of dumb nonsense that I wanted. Meow, meow. Okay, I need to increase the amount. So there's a lot of tweaking and bug fixing. But I think the core couple tools I wanted to make are actually working. Okay, so that can bugger off. That can bugger off. Oh, and that was working, I believe. Oh, the tool rotations is the tool's rotating funky. Oh, the tools don't actually have any code, right? Yeah. They're not supposed to be rotating or anything. But they still do. Okay, I think next big step is spatial. Well, and then I have a week to polish it, basically. Oh, okay, spatial, video pitch, and then polish. And video pitch, I started on some of this. Yeah. I'm just like, do they have book streams on Twitch? Or people write a book on Twitch? Didn't I have a name? That's timetable bugs here. Oh, name. There we go. We'll do code name. I double clicked it. I swear. Oh, character bouncing their way up a cliff. I need to do... Yeah, okay, that's not... Slash features. And then cliff. And a wall jump. Okay, it's good enough. Oh, that's, yeah. This is a very good place to just stop. And, oh, I need to do menus. Yeah, okay, this is a very good place to stop. I'm clearly asleep. Okay, don't forget menus. Menus is gonna be a day of things too. Yeah, okay, I have 5 days left. If I can't get anything done this weekend. Oh, I forgot I got rid of the cliff. Damn it. I fucked this one up. Okay, let's try that again. Kind of needs to have an indicator, so let's put that down as a feature. Why are you bouncing? What? That was weird. Well, there almost is a double jump. That's not intentional. So if you jump and then jump. Oh, there is a double jump. You're supposed to sit grounded to false when you get off the ground. Weird. I'll leave it because I don't mind having a double jump, but... Oh. Damn. That might actually work if it added a bit more force to it. This is so dumb. It's getting there. Why is it? I definitely want to add camera controls, and that's kind of just for me, but also if this is a whole world to explore, then... Okay. That's it. I'm done. Goodbye. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.